Hello, I'm back with a sort of a special scent of the day today. I'm going to do a fragrance from a fragrance house. I've never done a scent of the day on them. I bought these fragrances, the samples of these, before I took my 18th-month break for Miss Floss. And I have four of them, including the one I'm wearing today, on a video called Scent of the Week number 6, SOTW number 6. And I wore four of them that week. And so that's why I went to this one today. This one, on that video, I gave it a 4, and so did Miss Fritz. But in there, I said maybe it needs a macerate, because by the notes, it really looked like something I would like to wear. And it's called Charming Cherry, and it's by Aromas de Salazar. And I'm sure a lot of people know Michael Salazar now. You've heard of him or whatever. But yeah, it's Charming Cherry by him. And so I wore it again, and I said, I want to go try that again. I know the other ones, but I want to go try this one again. And what's interesting is on that video, Scent of the Week number 6, I say on there, perhaps it needs a macerate. Maybe that's why, just that opening, because it was really the opening I didn't like most of all. And so then I put it on today, and I didn't like the opening again. And I was like, oh, I don't know. But Miss Fritz, on the other hand, she gave it a 7. And she said, it's pretty nice, And I was like, wow. I was like, what do you smell? And she said, coconut. And I'm like, there's no coconut. I don't know why you smell coconut. Because all I could smell was that. In the opening, I'm going to read the notes real quick. In the beginning, it says maraschino cherry. Then it has peach, lime, and bitter almond, or almond bitters. So that opening, is a little, for me, I was like, it should be just cherry. That's just for me, right? Just to be cherry. So, and then in the heart, because he put so many notes, then in the heart, it's pink peppercorn, heliotrope, which is an almond, and then ylang. Thank you, perfume guy, for teaching me how to say that. And then on the base, this is where the real work begins. He's got oak moss absolute, Virginia cedarwood, myrrh, oud, Indonesian patchouli, ambergris, vanilla, musk, and just to top it off, Peru balsam. So yeah, he's got all that stuff in there. So anyway, past that opening, man, is this good. It's so good that I wore it today in the car, and then I wore it to a doctor's appointment. And at the doctor's appointment, I was sitting in the waiting room. Miss Floss was in there, and 2 people in there out of like 4. 2 people said, is that you that smells so good? And they asked me what it was. So I'll just leave it at that. And this is one that you could, this is one I would wear in the winter probably. It's a little cooler today than the heat. But I mean, if it was real hot, it wasn't bad. It wasn't like cloying or anything. So I guess you could wear it all year round. But this is one like a Guerlain Ideal that I would probably save for the winter and stuff, or the fall to spring. But like I said, I wore it in the summer, and it's really good. So anyway, I did give it that 4 in the beginning again, only because I don't get the bitter part and the sweet part of the maraschino cherry. I'm thinking the cherry on top of the sundae, like he says, and then I'm getting lime and peach and bitter almonds on it. I'm like, no. But as that dried off, I'm like, oh, this is great. So and it is great now. So anyway, that's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing Charming Cherry by Michael Salazar, and I saw that he discontinued this with I think 8 other ones, or he's discontinuing it. So while I was in the doctor's office, I think there was 3 left, and I almost put all 3 of them on there, but I just took one more bottle. I mean, I'll get by with this because I've got a lot of samples that I can go through, and I don't really need a bottle of anything. Really, I don't need a bottle of anything. Because I have a lot of samples that I love and a lot of smaller brands that I love, including this. I mean, I still have some of his that I have to go through. So anyway, I did get another sample of this, though, just in case I do run out, and I got some of his other samples. How I met Michael, real quick, how I discovered Michael was on Instagram, and he was on a live with someone I follow over there. Her name's Tammy Arata. I think it's like, head dude, that's double R's, Arata, or something like that. But her name's Tammy Arata, and she is Tammy Loves Fragrances. So I was on Instagram, and she's a friend of mine on Instagram, and the live popped up. and I went on there and watched the live. And I think she was in I think she might be in California. I always think it was Hawaii. She might be in California, but she was doing a live with Michael, and I know he is from California. He's like the San Diego area, and anyway, they did a long live, and they were discussing his fragrances. And right after that live, I ordered this fragrance, kit. So, and this is how it used to come. I don't know. I think they come individual samples now. He does have a discovery kit. I don't know what's in it, but when I got it, it was easy. And I think you could pick back then what to put in the discovery kit. So I don't really know how he does it now. I just picked individual samples, and that was it. And I'm looking forward. I think I'm going to be doing a lot of Scent of the Days going forward for some of these independent ones that I have, because I do have some more samples that I need to get through. And then I'll do that sample Saturday on the discovery sets I have that I had purchased. So anyway, that's what I think I'll do. And here's the thing, on that video I did say, I thought it needed a macerate, and obviously I don't know if what needed a macerate, but Miss Floss gave it a 7 this time and not a 4, so maybe there was some maceration that needed to be done. So that's the point about fragrance. You can't go by your first instinct, and that's what's different about me. Like, don't ever take my, what I say, because sometimes I don't wear something for 5 days in a row and then come here and give you a review, because I'm not a reviewer. I say that all the time. I'm just telling you what I wear as a scent of the day, and if I give you a number about it, it's just how we feel compared to my collection. Like, put that somewheres away. If it's a 4 or 5, you don't have to wear that to ever again if you want. And then 7, 8, 6 and 7 are like, it's okay. It's like everything else. And 8s and 9s are like, I'd like you to wear that more often. That's all it means to us. It doesn't mean anything about the fragrance. It's a personal thing to us. So I want you to know that. And I'm not a reviewer. There are reviewers that does Michael's stuff. And so I want to call out somebody else that I don't think he has done them. Over the weekend, I saw a video by Dave Cali, Cali's Groom Room, and he had asked a question about something like this. What was a fragrance that you had a reaction to and you didn't want to wear again, but then you wore and you loved it? And I had told him, and this is the interesting part, I had told him that it had happened before with one that has almond in it. I don't know if it has cherry, but it has almond. And that one's Crazed, which is compared to Pegasus by Parfum de Marly. And in that, the first time I wore Crazed, I almost crashed my car. And I swore off it again. I swore off Pegasus. And then my perfume guy that owns a perfume store, the guy that owns a store near me, he said, you need to try Pegasus forget about that Crazed stuff, try this. And then I love both of them now since I got to do that. So there's another story. This is the second time this has happened. Went from, this was a 4, probably never wear it again, to wanting to pick it out today to see if my nose had changed. And I did that because of what Dave said when he prompted in that question. Because he reminded me that can happen. Just because I say something I didn't like doesn't mean even I won't like it next year or something like that. And that's a good point to remember if you're getting into fragrances. So I don't have my special guest today. They're in New York City. They're up in New York City with their parents. They'll be back tomorrow. And I want to just ask everybody to help me be kind. I need some work on that. And just to be kind. That's my thing. And I'll see you again when I do my next video. Have a nice day. Bye.